So we're at the Augusta Civic Center here on a mildly snowy night, and it's a bit of a bummer, the weather, because I know it affected people's decision to make that trip down the interstate, which I certainly understand. We took one of the Warrior wagons, one of the new vans, Director Matt Brown safely got our broadcast crew here. So we're teamed up. We've got a hardy crew, small but mighty student fan section. A number of our boys players are here, and of course the boys will be squaring off tomorrow evening. And I know fans, as you're watching this is 72 hours out, so remember, you know the outcome of this game as you're listening to this, and I don't. So don't make fun of me if some of my predictions are way off, or you're like, what are you talking about, Mary? That's not how it went. So we'll see how some of my predictions go as the game goes on. But I'm hoping you're watching this. As you're watching it, we're getting prepped for our semifinal game, which the winners of the quarterfinal matchups this Friday and Saturday will square off on Wednesday, and I'm hoping it's a doubleheader for the Warriors on Wednesday. So I think both teams, both our girls and our boys program, feeling very optimistic about their chances. Girls, although they fell a bit short to Camden on the road earlier this season, it was when there was a spell of the flu running through our team, and they were not in tip-top shape, and so they're feeling like they maybe are going to pull a little surprise here for Camden and steal kind of the mini upset in this 4-5 matchup. Earlier, Lawrence High School kind of had got in the driver's seat and held up to their number 2 ranking and defeated Erskine. But earlier in the day, the I think 3-6 matchup, Coney upset Skowhegan. So good rivalry there. So perhaps Nokomis, that's a big upset in this 4-5. Of course, after this game, the top seeded Gardner Tigers will have their game. So we'll pause for a minute as the Augusta Civic Center PA announcer does the pregame announcements.
Number 13,
So we've had our team introductions. The anthem was played at the first matchup at 4 o'clock, so there'll be no anthem as teams get their final instructions out of the huddle. Of course, we talked about Nokomis being a bit healthier, but not 100%. Bree Townsend been battling kind of a tough respiratory situation the last few days, but you're not going to find a senior any tougher than Bree Townsend. She's not going to let a health thing stand in her way, but I think, it does, watch, I think, particularly as the pace of this game goes on, as we're set to square off, and it looks like Cameron King in the center circle. It looks like number 11, Bell, able to tip it back to her teammate. Nice little up and under move, but Townsend's there with a block. Bell thought she maybe was going to get an early finish or an easy finish, and Townsend just drained it. Townsend spots up for the 3, and it's nothing but net. Townsend with back-to-back plays on both ends of the court. And in her final senior game at home, Townsend was unbelievable, and love to see her carry that mo into the tournament game as Camden Hills answers with their own 3. Snyder drains her first 3 attempts, so we're knotted up at 3. Townsend pushing the ball up. Rotates out. Nice looking shot by Reagan King, the freshman from the top, but can't quite fall. Windjammers with the board, push it up. Ball's kicked out to the side, ball's off the mark. King with the rebound. Cameron King with a little floater on the baseline, off the mark. Windjammers with the defensive board. I think those quarterfinal games always are a bit of feeling out in those first few minutes. You get a little tournament jitters, getting used to the court here at the Civic Center as Migliori commits the foul on the dribble drive to the rim. It'll send Bailey Curtis, a senior, to the line for 2. I think the biggest thing, and Matt Brown, our broadcasting director, has joined me on the headset. I'm going to try to bait him into a few comments as Curtis nails the first of 2 foul shots, but it takes a bit to get used to that shooting zone because most kids play in a gym where there's a wall behind the backboard, and of course a little more space. Second one's off the mark. King grabs it, but I think going to be a foul call from behind on Camden Hills, so Warriors will keep possession.
Yeah, I agree. I was just going to say, Mary, I agree. Playing in a different big gym, it takes a little adjustment. Back in the day, we used to have practice there before we had a tournament game, which always helped. But I don't think this, due to scheduling, that it happens a lot now.
Townsend kind of loses the handle on the dribble, battles to get it back. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Warriors. Camden, with the ball being inbounded underneath, came out with a little bit of pressure and bother them as King gets it into, or actually Marble gets it into King. King trying to slip the pass down to Marble's picked off. Jones on the steal. Windjammers trying to work it in the paint, kick it outside the arc for a 3 by Curtis. I think that's her second 3, so it's a 7-3 Windjammer lead. Townsend with some pressure, able to navigate it by. Get a bit of a loose dribble, though. Loses the handle. She still got it. Nice job by Townsend to avoid the travel, the tie-up, and kick it to a teammate. King trying to float it to the cutter. Migliori, a little too hot to handle. It's through her hands out of bounds. And Coach Crockett for the Warriors is going to get a call, quick timeout with 5:42 to go. Still very early in this tournament game. But Windjammers with a couple of possession lead here at 7-3.
It's interesting, Mary. We didn't get a chance to see Camden this year. We only played them one time, and the girls were on the road. They beat us by 10 there, but Brianna was out with a sickness, and I guess the whole team actually was sick. They just didn't feel great. And so I expected this game to be a lot closer, but we'll see. We're going to have to get on these shooters. I guess Camden can shoot a little bit.
Yeah, definitely hot behind the three-point line early. I think still you can tell both teams still kind of settling in a little bit. Townsend a little bit loose with the dribble, which normally doesn't happen. Nokomis opting to keep this at some half-court pressure right now. I think as the season came to a close, though, Nokomis playing very well. Nice defense, holding position as Bell, again, trying to take it to the rim. It's partially deflected, but the ball out of bounds off the Warriors will stay with the Windjammers, and a quick foul. I think it's going to be a push, player control foul on Camden. Will the ball go over to the Warriors?
Camden foul, number 11, River Bell.
It's Bell's second foul early, and it's still not even 3 minutes gone, and Bell, starter, has picked up her second foul. See Coach Bragg for the Windjammers does have a sub at the table. King loses a handle, and the Windjammers look to break. Bell gets it on the open pass and puts it up and in.
River Bell.
Windjammers come out with some pressure. King with it, methodically bringing it up court, kicks it over to Townsend. Cameron King trying to probe the paint for an opening. Floater, no good. The Camden's doing a great job. You know, they're not really boxing anybody out for Nokomis because the Warriors have yet to crash that defensive board. Bell kind of steps through, trying to muscles through, can't get it to go. Rebound bounces out to the Windjammers. They reset the offense. Jones spots up for the three. It's off the iron. King soars for the rebound, kicks it ahead to Marble. Marble, little stutter step move, and decides to get it back to King. King looked to be double teamed in the quarters, but official calls a foul, kind of indicated a push.
I'm wondering if Camden, that's the first time I've noticed it, but I'm wondering if Camden has an eye on Cameron and going to double her whenever that she gets the ball.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on that.
I definitely, Camden early has looked aggressive defensively, and it's, Nokomis has handled it, but they've had a few bobbles. Like, it's bothered them slightly. King. Reagan King with the three, can't get it to go. Windjammer is able to save the rebound in. I think one adjustment. The Warriors have got to at least get a couple of players challenging on some of these, on their offensive board. There's just nobody even in the paint. Jones going to try the three again from the same spot she did last possession. Still can't get it to go, but able to keep possession on the loose ball out of bounds. Actually goes over to Nokomis.
Early on, Camden not afraid to let it fly.
No. Officials are calling it tight as kind of quick hands kind of bothering Reagan King, and she's fouled.
Camden Hills foul on number
Just under 3.5 to go first quarter. And, Warriors just with the lone three on their first possession. Townsend came down and drained it. Reagan King's had a couple of good looks at the three, and Cameron King's had a couple of floaters that wouldn't go. So let's see if some of these shots start to fall for the Warriors. Quick shot by Townsend, can't go. Jones all the way to the rim. Her runner won't fall. Offensive boards up and good, and the Windjammers are just killing Nokomis on the boards right now.
Yeah, we need to be a little bit more aggressive, I would think, on both ends of the floor, crashing the boards. That's what if I was Coach Crockett, that's what I would be telling the girls right now. We need to crash the boards on both ends.
Hattie Hawthorne into the lineup. And that's a tough 5-second call there on King. I think even though Nokomis hasn't had a lot of offense, the Windjammers haven't either. 9-3 is nothing to get panicky about. as we get into the last couple minutes of the first quarter. But definitely a little more pep in the step of the Windjammers in the early going. But I think it's still feeling out for some of these Warriors. Little post-up move by number 10. Johansson goes.
Camden on an 11-0 run, Mary.
Well, that's not the kind of thing we want to hear, Matt.
Oh, I know.
Hawthorne in the post. Nice little up and under move. That's a good move by Addie Hawthorne. Just can't get the shot to go. The Warriors have had some good shot selection. They're just not getting them to fall, which is not uncommon in the first quarter in that first playoff game. Hawthorne with a nice box out and rebound. Townsend sees Migliori ahead open, but I don't think Migliori wasn't looking back, so Townsend decides not to throw it. King trying to kick it over to Marble and just a little too long. And it's into the media table.
Camden doing a great job of keeping an eye on Brianna Townsend and Cameron King early on. They have one or two people rushing to them every time they get the ball, and Nokomis is going to have to find that open man when that happens.
No, you're right, Matt. I mean, anybody who's watched Nokomis knows that that's a pretty dynamic duo for us.
Yes.
Warriors kind of picking up their intensity on the defensive end. 3 is on the way off the front of the rim. Jones has launched 3 threes and hasn't been able to find the mark yet. Townsend kicks it ahead to Hawthorne. I think Hawthorne got that extra step in as she was coming down, and I think that's a little bit of panicky. You know, I think you want to set your teammates up. Like, sometimes just because they're open, that's not the right pass. That's not a spot Hawthorne is expecting to kind of get the ball. She wants to get in the paint and post up. Nice defense by Marble. And I think foul is going to be called. Boy, and that has just been the hallmark of Emma Marble's game. Like, talk about hustle.
Yeah.
Like, she just never says die on a play, and she just makes so many little things happen that often don't show up in the stats column. You know, Warriors haven't been able to capitalize on number 11, River Bell, with the 2 early fouls being out. Bell started out hot for the Windjammers, so that, you know, I don't think that was part of Coach Samantha Bragg's plan, is to have one of her starters on the bench in the first 3 minutes. But Nokomis hasn't been able to make them pay yet. Stutter step move by Cameron King. Ball's rotated out. Migliori, and again, another officials are calling the grabs. Migliori trying the step-through move and almost decided to just kind of let the ball go, but official call the hack.
Yeah, Mary, we're going to be in the bonus here, 6-1 right now. It's going to be.
I know, and that's 2 on. Boy, Warriors just can't get it going offensively. The shots are there; they're just not dropping. King battling for the rebound, taps it off. The Windjammers out. Yeah, and that's 2 fouls on Bailey Curtis too. So a couple of starters in the first quarter with 2 fouls. But Nokomis really not doing a lot offensively now, so it's given Coach Bragg the luxury of keeping those players on the bench. Townsend looking for a seam, can't find anything. Well, I'm almost wondering if this basketball has got just a smidge more air in it, because Bree Townsend and Cam King are really good ball handlers. And it's just been some balls just kind of squirting away from them. Very uncharacteristic. So I don't know if it's just the feel of the ball, the bounce on the court. Camden turns it over with the carry. Reagan King pushes it into front court, and again kind of loses the handle. Not sure if she was just trying the one-handed push pass or just lost the handle. But as we come down to 4 seconds, nice job by Hawthorne to break it up. Windjammers not able to get a shot off. So after scoring that first 3, Nokomis shut out offensively, but Camden didn't exactly light it up either. So 11-3. Well, you don't want to be down 8 early. I still think we're going to break out of this.
Yeah, it's only going to take a couple hoops and to be right back in and get the crowd excited a little bit and get a little bit more energy for the Nokomis girls. But yeah, just a little sluggish. Missed some shots. Nothing too bad. You know, I think they're going to get right back and make a game of this.
yourself and your family.
Now, I think, too, like those 3 seniors that play, Marble, Townsend, King, they, let sports go. They are 3 level-headed young adults, the 3 of them.
Yeah.
No matter what they're doing, whether they're in the class, whether they're, on the court, whether they're, at their part-time jobs, like they're just even-keel people. They're not going to get rattled by this, and they're going to bring it. I think I'd like to see them jump out here. We've got to defend first, but get a good defensive stop and just one possession at a time.
Like I said, just a couple hoops in a row, and it's going to feel like it's tightened right up. So.
Travel call, so just what the Warriors needed, and Coach Samantha Bragg for the Windjammers. She's got 2 starters on the bench, both Bailey Curtis and River Bell with 2 fouls, and so shows kind of the depth of Camden. It hasn't cost them. Those subs have come in and kept the things rolling. Errant pass is picked off. Camden pushes up court. Jones, Kirsten Jones with the 3, but again on these missed threes, Camden's been able to get the rebound, but Cam King rips the ball away, pushes it up court. Boom! King nails the 3, huge basket. Another travel.
Yeah, Nokomis has really gotten a lot of calls against Camden that we haven't really capitalized on. So
the Camden's traveled, and we've kind of bobbled some of our dribbles.
Yeah.
So it's maybe been a wash, but I think neither team really been able to capitalize on some of the early mistakes. Nice pass by Townsend to Hawthorne. Hawthorne finishes, and just like that, it's back to a 1-possession game, 11-8. And you see Coach Bragg's going to send Bailey Curtis, the senior, back to the scorers table to get her back into the game. I think Nokomis is going to pick up their 2nd foul, so officials calling a tight game.
Yeah.
And
Nokomis foul on number 10, Cameron King. Personal foul number 1. Team foul number 2.
Curtis in, and number 5, Madison Cronkite, I think, is the other sub in. Windjammers trying to thread the pass, can't connect. Ball back to the Warriors. 6:15, second quarter. It's an 11-8 game. Windjammers come out with some pressure. Reagan King blows by him. Chance for a mini break. The King sisters work the in and out. Reagan King off the rim and gets the bounce, in for a 3, and just like that, we're tied up. Great start by the Warriors coming out of the first quarter break. Warriors on an 8-0 run. King with another steal. King's going to push it up court. Nice try by Migliori to save it, but she gets it right to number 3, Jones, but the ball's kicked around. Hawthorne picks it up. I think for the Warriors, like, if they just stay in their lane, like, don't try to make that kind of extended pass, get a good passing angle, and I guess that was a travel. I don't know. I guess Townsend maybe dragged a foot, and Camden will take a 30-second timeout.
Called by Camden Hill.
Yeah, it's real interesting, Mary. I think these two teams are very similar, and we're seeing it right now in the scorebook. I think you're going to see some runs by both teams, and I really figured this was going to be a close game. I think it's going to be, and we'll see. It looks like we've warmed up a little bit and feel like a little bit more comfortable. It looks like now. So
Yeah.
just got to stop the the unforced turnovers.
Exactly, Matt. Definitely we saw a nice little stretch there. So just getting in a good rhythm, good flow of the game. As you said, kind of interesting matchup. Both teams kind of about the same mix of kind of senior to freshman. I don't know if Kirsten and Leah Jones on Camden Hills are
I'm not
sisters,
sure.
but
Yeah.
kind of like Nokomis. You got Cameron and Reagan King, freshman and a senior, and Camden with the freshman and the junior. So definitely interesting matchup. Camden definitely looking to push it and get that kind of backside dump to somebody open in the post, but Nokomis has defended it very well. And picked up a couple of unforced errors, so, that's not good. Reagan King went down and grabbed her ankle right away. I think she was trying to cut through and stepped on somebody and rolled it. She's able to kind of walk gingerly off under her own power. Marble will come in for her.
She's had a couple ankle injuries this year. Preseason game against Herman, she sprained her ankle, and I think she's had another one during the regular season. So I think that's been an issue with her this year. She's young still,
Yeah.
and once you hurt your ankle like that, it can happen repeatedly sometimes.
Well, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to send her messages to channel her inner Patrick Mahomes and fight through it. Nice kick out from from King to Townsend. Good look on the three, can't get it to go. Ball's out of bounds off Nokomis. Windjammer ball. I think too, I mean, Matt, you played basketball, and back in the day I did too. You sprain your ankles in basketball, and you learn how to just power through them as three's off the mark. Little reverse layup, no good. Townsend picks it up. Townsend kicks it ahead to Hawthorne, and again, that's just a pass that's tough to catch.
Especially for a forward, running in space like that, it's very hard.
Well, you got to almost put the ball away from them. The ball is kind of thrown right over her head. You can't even see where the ball is. So those are those little decisions. Those are mental choices that Nokomis has got to make a little bit better decision making on some of the passes. 4 minutes to go, second quarter, all tied up at 11. Ball's passed across the paint. Little spin move hook. Can't go. Out of bounds off Camden.
Camden's been on a real dry spell, Mary. They haven't scored this quarter.
Yeah.
And so...
it was kind of like Nokomis. We scored in about the first 20 seconds and then didn't score again.
Yeah.
I'm hoping our dry spell's over.
Yes.
Like we got it out of our system. Camden's can go on for a while. I'm okay with that. Nice little foul line jumper by King. Can't get the roll. Windjammers are really looking to push the pace on the game tonight. Spot up for the three. No luck. Ball's kicked out. And again, Windjammers definitely controlling the boards. Snyder, the sophomore, goes down the paint with the runner. Put the Windjammers back up by 2. Camden doing a really nice job on their help side defense, kind of sagging into the paint to kind of clog up those lanes. Snyder with back-to-back baskets on the steal and the push-up court finishes. So, Matt, you had to bring it up.
I know. 2 quick hoops.
I'd like to see King be comfortable a little bit here with the contact in the paint. She's probed the defense. Nice pass by Hawthorne to King on the cut. King is very good in the paint and with her agility, and I think the officials are calling it tight, like draw the contact or a slice through. Yet another offensive board for Camden. It's halfway down the rim and pops out. Warriors finally do get the rebound. It's kicked ahead to Townsend. Little stutter step. And it's just what I was talking about right there, what Townsend did. She tried to split those 2 defenders and boom, got the call. I'd like to see King do that.
Camden foul number 10, Rose Johansson.
Johansson picks up her first foul. Townsend to the line for 2.
Bree Townsend at the line shooting for Nokomis.
First one's good.
I don't know what Bree's foul shooting percentage is, but she's pretty automatic from the foul line.
No, I was going to say she's really good, Matt, but I didn't want to jinx her.
Didn't want to jinx
I was
it?
going to wait until the second one's in to say what a great foul shooter she is.
Yeah, she is. Almost automatic every time.
I mean, she's just a type of player you want on your team, no matter what sport. Marble kind of got caught behind fouls. Snyder has had a couple of quick baskets to get Camden out of their drought of scoring, and Snyder will go back to the line. Snyder, the only player to score from Camden this quarter.
Leah Snyder at the line shooting.
Now that's going to fall short. Just kind of pushed it out of her palm.
Yeah.
That's nerves.
Slipped out, yeah.
No, I think that's nerves.
Yeah.
And doesn't get much further on that one. Doesn't hit the rim at all, which is a violation. So Warriors will get the ball underneath. Dangerous pass across the basket. If you're going to try to make that pass, you better zip it. Warriors get lucky and keep it. Townsend double teamed, able to keep control of it. Drummond in the lineup gets it, kicks it over to Migliori. Migliori with a great take. She's fouled and she'll go to the line.
Camden foul number 5.
Yeah, Migliori is a good offensive player. When she gets some space, she can really make a lot happen.
She just looks like a basketball player.
She spends a lot of time working on her game, and she's just going to get better and better, I think.
No, I think she's going to turn it. Even though she's just a sophomore, I think she's going to be a leader on this team next year. Again, just another student, just very calm, level-headed, good student, good school citizen, everything you want.
Yes.
Like some people say, well, what does that have to do? Or they play basketball, but anybody who knows anything about sports knows that the majority of it's from the shoulders up.
Yes.
So again, Camden's still letting it rip from the three line. They haven't had a ton of success, but they've been able to get a lot of rebounds off those threes that they were able to connect. But Nokomis comes up with this one and just kind of a pass to nobody. Not really sure what happened there. I think Migliori thought Cam King was going to flare out. I think King was just open and thinking she was going to throw the ball right to her. Floater down the lanes, off the rim, no good. King with another rebound. Townsend doing a great job keeping that ball alive, and Marble cleaning it up. Drummond not afraid to shoot. Around, no good. Windjammers push it up. Not sure if King got a piece of that. Kind of a little bit scattered play on both ends. Minute left to go in the first half. Nokomis with a 2-point lead. It's been a tale of two quarters. Each team kind of having a long drought offensively. Opportunity here for Nokomis. Nice screen by Drummond. And I haven't seen Reagan King. I'm not even seeing her on the bench. Is that shot's off the mark?
Yeah, I'm wondering if our trainer, Bob Kreider, maybe took it to the locker room to tape up that ankle.
Yeah, and there's Bob Kreider back, and I think I've seen King return to the bench, which is a good sign as that runner is up and in to tie it with 30 seconds to go. Amelia Johnson, the junior, gets into the scoring column. 20 seconds left. Townsend surveys the field up top. Nice pass underneath the Drummond. She kind of just launches it off the glass, and here goes the Windjammers. Nokomis has got to start challenging a little bit on their offensive board because Camden is just getting those offensive rebounds and flying up the court, and nobody is stopping the ball. Someone's got to stop that ball way sooner. Townsend commits kind of the good foul to stop the play, and it's only the 14th foul, so there's no 1-and-1. That's going to be a shooting foul down the paint. Nokomis just giving up a little too much space off the dribble drive. See if that's an adjustment they can make. Migliori picks up her second foul.
That's number 5, right? Yeah, Maddie Cronkite. Yeah.
Yep, Cronkite can't get the first one to go. 2.9 on the clock, so I think Nokomis just wants to make sure if it's a miss that, they're not letting Camden get the ball as they do get the final shot. Townsend will take a couple dribbles, and she launches a half-court bomb, and it's off the top of the glass. So, not the prettiest half of basketball, but typical for a quarterfinal game. A little bit kind of spurts, teams feeling each other out. So we'll see what adjustments teams make during the halftime break, and to see who can get, I think whoever gets into that rhythm, this could be either team's game at this point from what we've seen. But we'll take our break and come back for second half action.
All right,
we ready?
We're back.
It's game time, people. Okay. So pretend you can go back in time. People who are listening to this, send some good mojo. Like, I wish you could tell me how this game is going to go. I mean, Matt, this could be a barn burner.
Yeah, it could come down to a last possession. So who knows? I really do believe one of these teams is going to get hot and get up by 8 or 10, and hopefully it's going to be us.
I think so too. Just get through these kind of early jitters, and I like us. And honestly, it's Townsend and Cam King. Like, they are just two outstanding athletes. Reagan King, great to see her back on the court. Threes off the front of the rim. Leah Jones gets the board. There's definitely a statistical column that the Windjammers have outmaneuvered us rebounding.
Yeah.
Floater down the lane, no good. And there's River Bell back into the game after sitting most of the first half. Gets the offensive board and put back, but can't get it to go. See, that's what I'd like to see King. Just take it. Put her head down and go. Migliori gets through, pushes it out. It's around to King on the three-point arc. Oh! Around the rim. Marble nearly gets the rebound, but it's Leah Jones again. That was a good look by Cam King. Just couldn't get the ball to drop. Blocking call. I think that might be second on King.
Nokomis foul on number 10, Cameron King. Personal foul number 1. Team foul number 1.
I think that is 2. The PEA announcer said 1, but I do think it's her second foul. My mental stat book. That's my goal for next season, Matt, to bring a scorebook with me.
Yep.
As Bell, another strong take down the paint, but can't get it to go. But again, the Windjammers come away with the offensive board. 3 is on the way, no good. Marble able to track it down. King's runner. Reagan King, no good. And I think that's a difference right now is Camden offensively is getting 2-3 looks at the rim, and Nokomis, it's a one and done.
Camden's done a pretty good job of checking out and also picking up the ball when Nokomis is coming down on the break.
Another spot up 3 by Snyder, almost from the same spot. Can't get it to go. It's kicked ahead to Migliori. Ball's just wrestled away from her by Leah Jones. Townsend's going to get called for the foul.
Nokomis foul on number 22, Bree Townsend.
That's 2 on Townsend.
Personal foul number 2, team foul number 2.
Hawthorne comes in for Townsend. Yeah, it's not a bad break for Bree. She's got 3 minutes in. Just if we get a quick break and then get back out there, get some water.
Yeah, I'd say Bree is. She's had a sickness there, and I think she's still a little under the weather.
She's definitely not 100%.
Yeah.
I think, too, difficult to take that break. Pass kicked ahead to Hawthorne. Hawthorne, nice little give and go to Cameron King down the paint. It's up and in. Beautiful pass, cut and finish.
Second time Hawthorne and King have hooked up on the nice little give and goes.
Addie Hawthorne, again, is another one of those players I think does a lot of things that don't get noticed in the scoring column. Great three-sport athlete as a sophomore. She's, I think, in all 3 seasons going to be a leader as Bell trying to take it to the paint, kind of loses her footing and gets called for the travel. Warriors with a 1-point lead, 19-18, 5:07 third quarter. One of these teams looking to get their ticket punched to come back on Wednesday for the Northern Maine Class A semifinals. Reagan King trying to do the same, thread the needle to her sister, but Windjammers pick it up, and that's a travel. So both teams in a couple of possessions trying to force the play, turn it over. Townsend in for Reagan King. It's good to see Reagan King. Looks like she's moving pretty well.
Yeah, looks like she's not too bothered by that ankle. I'm sure Kreider did a good job of taping that thing up.
And I'm sure if Kreider were here, he would say, yes, I did that.
Yeah, of course he would.
There are times his humility maybe needs to be in check, but he is pretty good. He's taped 1 or 2 ankles.
Yeah.
Hawthorne with a nice little take, gets hammered, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
Boy, Addie's really played well this third quarter here, and really helped us.
For sure. She came in, too, with the second quarter, Matt, had a couple of key plays, so, I think that's what you love to see is, sophomores, kind of one of those quick players off the bench, but getting these quality minutes, that'll carry over into next season. Gets the friendly roll. Did that roll in?
I don't think it did.
No, it didn't go on the scoreboard from our angle up here in the skybox.
Yeah, it was hard to see.
It was hard to tell if it rolled in or not. Second one's good. Warriors creep that lead back up to 2, 4.5 to go, third quarter. This is looking like it's just going to be one of those games, Matt, as we get in the fourth quarter, that every possession's going to really matter.
Yeah. Camden's having a tough time scoring. They've had a lot of good looks, but just haven't had the ball fall in for them.
Townsend pressuring up top. Jones able to get by her. Shots off the mark of good. Gets a rebound back up, and it's in. Offensive boards for Camden have been a bit of a gold mine. I think if Nokomis could shut down those second and third attempts, they'd have the lead. Nice job by King. I like it. Doesn't get it to roll, but I like it. Gets the rebound back. Steps through, and it's up and in. And that's the Cameron King I love to see on the court. If she starts getting her head wrapped around doing that, she's going to be unstoppable, Matt. Warriors reclaim the 2-point lead. And again, keep your eye on the ball. Snyder just floats it to no one, but Nokomis doesn't react, and she gets the ball back. I almost think if she caught her pass back, that's a travel.
Should be.
Might have been a different player who picked up the ball as Bell gets tripped up, goes to the floor, and ball rolls out of bounds. I think they're going to say it's off a Nokomis player. Townsend again, maybe Coach Crockett doing a little like offense, defense just to keep her a bit fresh. Again, another offensive board. Want our fans to start chanting rebound, and Hawthorne's going to draw the player control. Boy, Addie Hawthorne, Matt.
She had a great third quarter.
Yeah, she has definitely stepped into this game and made some key plays.
I have a feeling, Mary, if Nokomis can get a couple hoops here, this is going to, discourage Camden a little bit because they just haven't had the ball fall for them.
No. And I think, and then as you get deeper in the game, you just start getting a little tight. I like the ball movement, patient ball movement by Nokomis. King spots up for the open 3. Off the rim, can't go. Kirsten Jones with the boards, going to be fouled. Not sure if that was on Marble or Hawthorne.
Personal foul number number 1.
I guess just Hawthorne's first foul. A little bit of light pressure. Reagan King looking to just put a little backcourt pressure. See if she can make something happen. Snyder brings it up court unopposed. Nice give and go pass, can't go. Reagan King with the rebound. 2.5, third quarter. Warriors up 22-20. Reagan King tries to kick it out to sister Cam King, does. Hawthorne with a baseline jumper, and it's good. Boy, Hawthorne.
She carried this team this quarter.
She's just emerging. Again, quick up-court pass. Hansen. Hawthorne tried to block it away, but Hansen with a good hand steps by Hawthorne and finishes. King's runner on the baseline's good. That's Reagan King, the freshman, little runner, drains it. If she starts finding her range, Matt, too, she can be a very hot-handed shooter.
I'm just very glad that it doesn't look like her ankle's bothering her at all at this point.
Didn't look like it there. Townsend goes for the pass. And again, handle gets dropped on it. There we go, loose ball. So Camden having a bit of ball security issues. Kick ahead to Migliori. She catches, and it's up and in. And Warriors with a little mini run. Push this up to a 6-point lead. I believe that's the Warriors' largest lead of the game, and Camden Hills would call a timeout. And that is a bonus for Nokomis because it gives Townsend a little extra rest. With 1:16, get the timeout break, get some hydration, go out for another 76 seconds, and then get the timeout break between quarters. So really big possession, Matt, I think, for Camden Hills coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, for sure. They just haven't had a lot of balls go down for them, but I really did feel like if Nokomis went on a little 6-0, 8-0 run, then this could be a good sign for the Warriors here with a quarter left to go. We scored how many points here? What was the halftime score? It was I can't remember.
Was it 18-17 or 19-18?
Yeah. So we scored 11 points here, and Camden's only scored 3 or 4. So, yeah. Good start. Good third quarter.
Good. If we can get a defensive stop and then maybe pick up a score to push this to an 8-point lead before the half, that would be fantastic. And there we go. There's the turnover. Townsend strips the ball. We'll see if Coach Crockett, if they're going to play a little patient ball or just try to go for it. There's King, a runner down the lane. Looks like she gets hit. Can't corral a rebound. I like the take by King, though.
Yeah. Cameron's had a great season coming back from not playing at all last year, and
really huge knee. I mean, a really tough knee injury.
Just a bad knee injury. Yeah, it takes a long time to recover from that. And at the beginning of the year, I think she was a little tentative, and she really has played better and better as the year has gone on.
3 up by Camden Hills, off the mark, and there we go. Nice screen out by Reagan King. Gets the rebound. Gets it to her big sister. Townsend playing a high post, kicks it out. Nice. I like that little trio. The two Kings and Townsend just work that triangle. They can pretend there. Oh, nice pass into Townsend. Townsend up and in, and it's good.
Basket is good for number 22, Brianna Townsend.
The old school Chicago Bulls. Jordan, Pippen.
Yeah.
Who's the third one in it?
Jordan, Pippen, and coach for the Warriors there.
I know.
Kerr.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr. Yeah.
Like the three, that little trio. King's shot's no good. Townsend picks it up. 15 seconds to go. Warriors 30-22 lead. King will bring it out top. 8 seconds. Over to Drummond. Drummond tries to kick it to Townsend and just throws it away. Missed opportunity by Nokomis with 2.6. Oh, travel. The bomb on the way, hits the rim. That was a great offer on the buzzer basket, but really great quarter by Nokomis. Warriors jump out to an 8-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Semifinal berth on the table, but Matt, there just hasn't been anything we've seen all game to make you feel super confident about how this game can flow, because Camden's been willing to let the three fly, and if they hit a couple, like we were talking early, the reverse, if they kind of hit 2 or 3, and we're back to a couple possession games.
Yeah.
To see, so I think it will be interesting to see how the Windjammers come out of this. I think these first couple of minutes are going to be crucial.
It's interesting, Mary. They scored 11 points in the first quarter, and they've scored 11 in the last 2 quarters. So they've really gotten cold after that first quarter.
For sure.
I think they got into a little bit of foul trouble and kind of got out of rhythm, and I think that. But this is for the right to probably play Gardner. And, I have to say, Mary, we've played Gardner twice. It's very tough.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure Gardner's not going to be excited to see a Nokomis team coming in.
They've got to get by Brewer.
No, without a doubt.
Brewer play, and they're
Brewer, yes.
Very scrappy, well-coached team.
Yep. Gardner's had a great year.
It's a nice take by Rose Johansson, and she's heated up. Again, Camden's had some, just like Hawthorne's come off on Nokomis bench to give us a good minutes, Johansson has too. King gets it stripped away from her, so Camden gets the start they're looking for. They get the quick basket and the steal. Townsend reaches in. Nice. Cameron King steals it right back, and she's off to the races. She's going to slide through, can't get it to go. I think as much as you like the break opportunity, Bree Townsend cannot be in a track meet. She just doesn't have the oxygen. 3 kind of hammered off the board. Townsend kicks it ahead to King, and King's, it's Marble. Marble.
Never even had the ball.
I'm kind of curious. It's an interesting travel. She never really caught the ball. I'm not sure how she could travel. But this kind of up and back stuff, Matt, is not what Nokomis needs.
No.
Sometimes, you can make the pass, but should you? And I think that's just a little decision. Let's just get in a good offensive set. We've been running some good half-court offense. Keep with it. Nice help by King to get the steal. Again, a little bit of patience with those passes. They're almost like treating it like a hot potato. King thinks about the 3, shot fake, steps through, and it's in! Cameron King takes it to the rim for the big finish. Warriors back up by 8.
Great decision there by Cameron. She made the fake on the 3-point shot and brought it to the hoop. I think that's what Nokomis needs to do. We can make 3-pointers, but I think we're way more effective when we take it into the bucket.
Yeah, and maybe some foul trouble. That's 3 on Johansson. I mean, fourth quarter, it's not terrible to have 3, but it can be an issue, and King gets the foul shot to go, so Warriors up by 9, 6.5 to go. That shot's off the mark. Nice board by Townsend. Boy, and that's huge too, Matt. If Nokomis can just shut down those second, third offensive opportunities. Boy, it's been called tightly, and Townsend got banged around, and finally the call on 23, Johnson.
Camden Hills foul number 23, Amelia Johnson.
5th team foul, so 2 more, and the Warriors will be in the bonus for the remainder of the game.
60-second timeout called by Nokomis.
So Coach Chelsea Crockett says, let's take a timeout. And I think, too, Matt, that's going to be part of what her conversation, too, is ball security, and we're not in a rush.
Yep.
Let's just take care of it, choose some clock. I mean, obviously way too early to, stall ball, but it is a time and score situation.
Yeah.
It's been a low-scoring affair. Don't give the extra opportunities up.
Yeah. Camden's the team that wants to speed it up here, so let's just take control of the ball, make sure we make good passes, take our time, run your offense, and see if you can't get a couple of hoops that way.
I would love to see that kind of triangle action again with Townsend, either the 2 Kings or Cam King and Addie Hawthorne, and I think just work that.
Yeah.
I think King on the dribble drive, she's feeling it now. You know what? She's gotten comfortable. She's had some takes in traffic, and she's in that rhythm.
Yeah.
So I like that play all day, every day. Marble's got to do a better job of the inbound pass and just see they're
bounce passes.
They're just the hands are up in the lane. They're overplaying.
Yep.
Arrow should go to Nokomis. So again, a little bit. It's been tight all game, and Townsend's just kind of getting ping-ponged around, and no call, but that's okay. She's able to keep the possession with the Warriors, and King will inbound. Townsend works it over to Migliori. Migliori tries to make the take, and she's hit as she makes her move. So it'll be the 6th-team foul on Camden. Warriors will inbound it under the basket.
Kirsten Jones, personal foul number 2, team foul number 6.
Warriors work the perimeter. Under 6 to go. Nokomis with a 9-point lead. Chance to advance to the semifinal round. At stake, Marble, the nice catch. And I like this. Warriors just burning some clock. Camden not really extending their defense at this point.
Yeah, there's no rush to get a shot off. Let's burn a minute or two if we can.
I think it's also just preserving, we've mentioned Townsend just with the respiratory situation. You expend way less energy on offense, and it's just kind of giving Townsend that bit of a breather to go the stretch. And that foul's going to send Marble to the line for a 1-and-1, so foul shots, obviously going to be key.
It's always interesting how important foul shots are. It's an overlooked sometimes, but it usually always comes down to foul shots.
Yeah,
you can always
I know. It's like you don't notice them when people are making them.
Yeah.
But then suddenly when they just won't fall, Marble can't get it to go. Camden, again, all night, has done a great job on the boards. Little runner through the lane is around and no good. Nokomis can't get the rebound. Shot is back up, no good. And there's Townsend with a big offensive board. So Nokomis has been able to burn about a minute and a half without either team scoring. And so when you're up by 9, you're okay with that. And I think this is where Townsend and King have got to support this whole team. When someone gets in trouble, they've got to go chase it, and that's just a pass you can't make there across the paint. Leah Jones all the way through and kind of errant pass. So Camden, Nokomis kind of making their mental mistakes with passes, but it's not costing them because Camden's having the same issue. Windjammers will pick up full court. 4:21 to go. 33-24. Nokomis with a 9-point lead. That's a terrible call. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but you could see it coming. That ref was thinking Hawthorne was going to have the bad screen, and she stepped away. That's a rough call. I hope I don't get sanctioned. But it happens.
Yep.
And of course, I'm in the skybox, so I probably didn't have the best angle on that. Nearing the 4-minute mark, Camden down by 9, trying to get something going offensively. And again, kind of another, I think that's a moving screen. So we've kind of had two sets, Matt. We had both teams with errant passes, kind of, misguided passes, and then both teams with player control fouls. But again, all benefits Nokomis. Again, Townsend smart with the ball, not pushing it. think that's where Nokomis just got to widen it out, just get those clear passing angles. King with a little baseline jumper. Oh, nails it.
Big hoop.
And big lead. It's an 11-point lead for Nokomis with 3:40 to go. And Matt, we're kind of getting to the point. It's a travel call. We're getting to a point, Matt. I'm not sure Camden's shown the offensive wherewithal to cut back an 11-point margin with 3:39 to go.
I agree, Mary. It's going to be tough for them, I think, to come back now.
I think Nokomis hasn't been, perfect against the press, but they've mostly, of course I say that, and we, the short-handed senior turns it over. I think at what point, too, we're going to start seeing some threes fly, and will they fall? And that one won't. Warriors with the rebound. If I'm Coach Crockett, I might take another timeout here and just say, calm down. Like, just be patient. Like, bail each other out, up high. Townsend kind of shakes everybody off, puts it up. Migliori rips it away, but can't hold on to it. It's over to Camden. She tries to tip it again, and that's going to be a double dribble. Not sure it was, Matt. It looked like Migliori tipped it away, and the ball hit the floor, but we'll take it. So we let nearly a minute go by with no scoring again, Matt. So again, this window of opportunity is shrinking for Camden, and you can feel their tension. Well, you can start to feel Nokomis, get that confidence of, we've got this. That's who you want with the ball right there is Bree Townsend. Put her to the line for the foul shots. Honestly, it almost should be, it's every time, if you're not Cameron King or Bree Townsend, and I love the other players, but they're your seniors, they're your top players, get the ball in their hands. Timeout, Camden. So, again, for Coach Samantha Bragg, too, this is, kind of make something happen time or not.
Yeah, they've got to get a couple quick hoops, and Camden's had a lot of shots go in and out, and just hasn't gone their way offensively.
Matt, obviously we're not keeping stats, but I would be curious to look at and go back to just see how many shots Camden's taken versus how many shots we've taken, because the rebounding, they definitely
have done better on the boards.
On their offensive board, in each possession, they're getting multiple shots, and there haven't been many offensive boards for Nokomis.
Yeah.
So it's either been make or miss. Obviously, make or miss. That's a great call. Okay, you know the outcome. Send me some good energy. I'm feeling the late game stress. I'm feeling good, though. I like how this is going.
I think this will be Coach Crockett's first tournament win, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. And first girls tournament win, I think since Olivia played?
Probably since Olivia's senior year.
What year was that, Matt?
That was 2017.
So, been a few.
Yeah.
Kind of a scrum for the ball.
Yeah, that 2017 team went all the way to the Northern Maine Finals against Messalonski. Had a really rough first half, and then they had
and I think Olivia had the half of her life, that second half. I think she almost single-handedly brought them back. Of course, we're talking about Olivia Brown, Matt Brown's daughter, and Nokomis alum and athlete. That's going to be a 3-second call on Camden. So they're able to kind of generate a little turnover, but still no points. At 2:22 to go, Nokomis with a 13-point lead. And the Warriors at this point really just need to take care of the ball. And that's who you want with that ball. Right there is Bree Townsend. Bree to Cam. If they got to dump it off, let them dump it off and give it right back. That's... it's I love the other girls, but Townsend to King, King to Townsend all day long. And if it gets to somebody else, give it right back. And there's Cam King with a big block. Townsend bats it out of the air. And that's why you want them to have the ball. And that's your senior right there. Loose ball, gets on the floor, calls for the timeout. And that's why she's going to be a D1 athlete.
Yep.
Because she understands sports. Whew.
Yeah, it looks like.
Can we just put this away,
I
Matt?
think so. I think we're good. I say that, we're up 13. The Camden just hasn't had they just don't have a scorer, I think, that can get really hot at this point.
Yeah, and you almost can say, too, I mean, they're still battling, but you can see a little bit of that energy has gone out of them.
Yeah.
A little bit of the wind out of the windjammer sail. Can I be that corny?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think some of that kind of zip we saw first half has kind of ebbed a bit. I'll keep with my nautical theme.
Correction, that last timeout was called by Nokomis.
So not the prettiest game that we've seen, but a gritty game, Matt. And really credit Nokomis for kind of fighting through, looked like got off to that great start with a 3 and then went cold for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah.
And some teams that can just mess with your head a bit and you never regroup. But Warriors with a great second quarter and an even better third quarter. Ball just thrown away. And again, I like Cam King inbounding and just get it to Townsend. You go, it's not a criticism on other players, but these are such high pressure moments. You want it with your money players. As the Windjammers miss again, Nokomis able to keep it to one shot, 1.5 to go. Cam King with it. She's going to move to her right. Gets it to Sister. Sister curls to the top, kicks it to Hawthorne. There we go, Addie Hawthorne. She knows what to do. She got it and zipped it right to Townsend. And that's what it should be. Give it, get it, and give it right back. Warriors working the clock down to a minute, and I think King's going to get fouled from behind with 101.
Number 22, Leah Snyder. Personal foul number 3, team foul.
Snyder picks up her third. And I think early, too, Matt, even though Camden came out kind of hot first quarter, 2 of their starters picked up 2 quick fouls. River Bell, the sophomore, had a really strong start. Hit a couple of baskets and then went to the bench, and we didn't see her till the second half, and she's never really kind of got back in that rhythm. And I think Bailey Curtis, number 12, the senior, was the other one, and she really never got back into a rhythm. King hits the first one to push us to 14. Off the front of the rim, ball kicks around. Reagan King scrums for it. She gets her hands on it and arrow over to Camden. And again, just burns a few seconds. Nokomis still hasn't committed enough fouls to be in the bonus. There's Curtis trying to take it down the paint. Not sure. Officials, I think it was poked from behind. So with 46.8 to go in a 14-point margin, sort of curious, Matt, if at some point Coach Bragg is going to take a timeout here and maybe either get some seniors in who haven't seen the floor or give a couple of the seniors that are in there an opportunity to get a nice ovation from their crowd. And that's a nice take by Curtis, but great defense by Nokomis, just shuts it down. Townsend is double, triple team, gets it to Cam King. King has it in the backcourt. Warriors get it into front court. And again, Addie Hawthorne, honestly, Hawthorne, a pivotal player in this game, Matt. When the game was kind of up for grabs, she really tilted the scales to the Warriors, to the Warrior way with some of her play.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. She was the MVP of the third quarter for sure, and it just kind of carried over.
And she's done it twice in a row, and there's not anything that's going to show in a statistical column, and maybe people didn't notice, but I did. As we're just trying to kill the clock, she was wide open on the wing. Sometimes a younger player thinks, oh, this would be a good idea for me to just launch it or to try to take it to the rim because I'm kind of open.
Yep.
But she caught it and immediately sent it back to Townsend. So this is going to be, as Townsend gets whacked in the face, she's going to go to the line for 2. And at 11.11, Matt, we're coming back for sure Wednesday.
I would say, yeah.
We'll see how tomorrow night's game goes, and I hope it's going to be a Warrior doubleheader on Wednesday. So 72 hours, so you'll be listening to this. So if you did miss the score and this is the first time you're hearing it, let's go. Get your ticket and come to the game. We definitely got to bring a little bigger Warrior wave on Wednesday. And I know.
I think the weather's going to be a lot better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The weather was a huge factor tonight. So really, what a great performance by these Warriors tonight. Just kind of a typical quarterfinal game as Windjammers get the runner to go. And it's going to be a 15-point quarterfinal win for Nokomis, Matt.
Yeah.
Just a great tough, gritty performance. And those cool heads prevailed when it got maybe a little shaky early. They didn't get rattled, stuck to their game plan, and really executed. So really happy for this team to get back to that semifinal round. And I'm pumped about coming tomorrow night to watch our men's team take on Messalonsky and hopefully a same outcome.
Yeah.
But thank you again all season as we near the end of basketball season, however this plays out. Just again, shout out to everybody for all their support of our students, our student athletes, and our school. So hope you enjoyed listening to this and watching this game, even though you knew the outcome. So yeah, you can laugh at me knowing how stressed I was earlier. So have a good night and go Warriors.